'Tis the season to be jolly, the season of snow, the season of gifts, and the season of mince pies. It is Christmas, a time for fun, festivities, and family, but you can't have a good Christmas without some proper decorations. So, as we approach the new year, I will gift you a little guide on how to prepare your Minecraft house just in time for Christmas. And the first thing I am going to do is just change all of the grass to snow, just because at Christmas it's a time for snow and it just fits the surroundings a little better, fits in nice and snug. So I'm just going to use World Edit to very quickly change the floor and the backdrop to a snowy scene, just to lighten it up a bit. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is cover the roof in snow. So I'm going to get rid of basically all of the roof blocks and replace it with snow and snow layers. Now, I personally think this looks great. I feel like it just makes it look like it's covered in snow. It's just really wintry, festive. I just love how this looks, and I always enjoy doing roofs in this style. I believe I did one a while ago in my biome houses video. I can't remember now, I think it was in that video, but basically just cover it in snow, use snow layers to droop it a bit, make it have interesting twists and bends. Also add a chimney if you haven't already, just to make it look a bit cozier, warmer on the inside. And then yeah, so this is what the roof looks like. I always love doing this, it's just a really nice touch, and I hope you take some inspiration from it. Now the next thing I did was dangle icicles from it. Now I used white stained glass panes, but you can use end rods, you can use blue stained glass panes, just whatever floats your boat really, just whatever you think looks best for icicles, but I think white stained glass panes look best. I also replaced a few of the trim blocks of the roof with some smooth quartz, just to make it look like it's got a bit frosted over, just very nice. Now I've actually made a little deciduous tree outside, and I just removed the leaves and replaced some of the branches with smooth quartz. And for one of the conifers, I have put a little star on the top with a gold block and some yellow glass panes. And I've also put some yellow, red, green and white glass panes on the outside of the Christmas tree, with some wool to act like some tinsel. And I've done that, and I've also done a mini version of that with a little conifer over there with just some glass panes. I've also built up some snow piles around the house just to make it look like all the snow's blown up against the house. It's all nice and snug, fits in with the atmosphere, and I've replaced some of the flowers with things like snowdrops, or actually lilies of the valley, and some dead bushes and ferns because it's a little more wintry. I've replaced the tropical fish in the pond with some salmon or some cod, if you have some tropical fish, and I've made it iced over just because it's a little more chilly and fits the Christmas atmosphere a little better. I didn't actually have any fish in there, so I just added some salmon or some cod because they're more suited to this kind of environment rather than clownfish or angelfish, things like that. I've also added a little reef on top of the door, and I've made it snowed in, like so, because everyone loves being snowed in on Christmas. And this I actually did on my Halloween video, and it's just using jack-o'-lanterns and a tiny bit of orange stained or orange terracotta just to make the windows look lively, or alternatively you can use white and blue stained glass panes just to make the windows look slightly frosty, like a Jack Frost has come over. And I also put some sweet berry bushes around the house as well, which I think looks kind of nice. Now over on this side of the house, I've actually changed it tonight just to have a look at what it looks like. And I've dangled some sea lanterns and some red and lime glass blocks. And I've also added some iron bars just to look like some dangling Christmas lights. I think that's a nice feature, but you don't have to add that if you don't want to. I just feel like it fills up a lot of space. I've also done it on this side as well. And over here I've dangled some leaves, some redstone blocks, and later some red glazed terracotta, as well as some lime and red banners. I would recommend lighting it up as well with some glowstone or something just behind them, just to make it look a little brighter and sunnier. Don't forget to put some presents under the tree as well. And here I start making, I think, some candy canes and snowmen for decorations. So yeah, I make some candy canes, make sure to sink the ground slightly with some stairs and slabs, mainly of the quartz variety, and make some snowmen with snow layers. You don't want to use full snow blocks because you'll end up making some snow golems, but if you use snow layers, that's all, it'll be absolutely fine. And there we have it. Here is our Christmas house. This is really nice and atmospheric, and it definitely brightens up the scene. I can really imagine it being in some sort of Christmassy village. I really love how it turned out. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please as usual leave any suggestions you have down below. And have a very Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate it, have a very happy holiday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.